Hello, welcome to Talking is a Free Action. Welcome, denizens of the multiverse. Now, I, once known as the Question Lord Triumphant, ruler of a small kingdom, now reduced down to this. I have a scarf. My name is the Poppet. Welcome to my labyrinth of lore. Now, for those of you who've never had the pleasure of being in my presence before, let me explain what's going to happen here. So, we, the question masters, scooping up denizens of the multiverse, bring them to our labyrinths and our dungeons and ask them questions, because that's the thing we love: information, facts, lore. And who have I taken this time? As she looks particularly quizzical, why, it's one Kida. I think actually one of our first people who aren't actually from the Forgotten Realms. Congratulations. I mean, I do lore. I don't do I do a lot of backstory, and that's a problem. Anyway, as far as we know, yes, that's true. Welcome, Kida. So the way this is going to work, using a wonderful system which is known as rolling some dice. Well, Kida will roll the dice because I'm feeling lazy today. That's why we hired interns who are doing an okay-ish job. Anyway, so Kida will roll the dice. I will open a dungeon door. Kida will solve a puzzle, maybe fight a monster, maybe, I don't know, befriend all the monsters as one Etelus did. It's all facts.
Etelus! You know
Etelus has been through this, yes.
And okay.
As
they didn't mention anything.
No, that's because, let me explain. When this is done, about 55 minutes, I'm going to wipe your memory just to keep the timelines straight. Maybe if you're nice to me, I might give you a little gift. It could be a chicken. It could be one of those dog things. It could be the fact that you managed to stab my wife in the chest, and that's remained canon. Anyway, let me explain. As Kida has a giggling fit, I, as you are aware, might know that there is a higher entity than Kida. Even some would argue higher than me, which is saying something. And that entity is the one known as Nat. Now, if cat, the combination, or neither, ever gets into an issue, that's not the ship name of you and your no, anyway. Kida, this is why I love the fact that Nats has been stuck with me for all these dungeons, and just the energy that comes off from the two of us in the
downward spiral that this has taken.
Absolutely, because I'm such a consummate professional. Kida will shout, "Talking is a free action." I will wibbly wobbly the screen, and then I can talk to Nat for a bit, and Kida will presumably be saved, or may fall into a pit of spikes, depending on.
Presumably.
Hopefully. I love
doing it with such confidence.
Yeah, dear Chris. So Kida's dead, but we know that in the world of Fracture that doesn't count for anything. But I'm sure there's no backstory issue that Kida might feel bad about. Anyway, I was about to ask if Kida's ready, but Kida's not. So anyway, before we begin, I want to say a big thank you to our sponsors, the entities known as Hero Forge, Ultra Pro, Phoenix Dice, and Alchemy RPG, and we are supported, hearts, by Elderwood Champions, Neverwinter, Elderwood Academy, and also D&D Beyond. But the people we particularly care about, that's the D20 Club, those who come on Patreon and give one of their local currency, or, as we established last time I was on this show, one goat. If you present us with one goat, we will give you a newsletter. I was about to say, take that, Critical Role.
I feel like you can't say these things on the internet, Tom,
No.
because people will send a goat. And where will they send a goat? Not to you.
No.
They'll send them to Chris and Em.
Which, again, as I have a weird form of solipsism, isn't my problem. I was like, I don't see the goat. And
I have no space for a goat.
It's true. I just get a picture of the goat and the baby, and I'm like, good. Then the baby has a friend. It's very hard to make friends in London, and now the baby has a goat.
Uh-huh.
I'm a good person.
Yep.
Thank you. So for those of you who unfortunately can't join us live, we do have podcasts. If you look for Roll Together RPG, we should be there. Also, we're on the social medias, Roll Together RPG, also the TikToks, and whatever social medias still remain. I don't think we're on Thread yet, but...
Thread.
Yeah.
Are we on Fred?
I don't think we're on the concept of Fred, as in Fred Dibner, the chimney man. He drove a tractor. Again, sometimes we worry that we make things too UK-based. Fred Dibner, look him up. Anyway, 55 minutes. Less than that now. Talking is a free action. Again, Kida, any questions you want to ask before I throw you into a dungeon?
How did you get me here? I was on my way to a really important conversation.
Yes, I use the technical term of magic, which is known as scooping, that I've kind of scooped you out of your... So that is now a fixed point in your timeline, which I can simply drop you back into when you're going to your important meeting.
It's not going to affect the timeline, is it?
Hopefully not. I and my associates try and keep the timeline stable, but as a lot of media in the real world seems to be showing, people mess around with timelines and it all goes wrong. You know, there's canon events and things, but I'm sure that's not going to be an issue.
You know, I was like, I was trying to protect like my new friends, and out of them, there's this one guy who's like, he's a tiefling. I don't know if you know him. But I feel like he's just, if he doesn't have someone there looking out for him, he's going to make poor choices. You know,
Ustam Dim is a pathetic creature. He's tragic. He's tragic. Which is why he spends so much time like looking out of windows and hoping that his love will return from other lands. No, you're right. I think if you wanted to, hey, this is what we need. A weak, pathetic man needs a strong, capable woman to come in and just be like, stop that. And again, if we're going for modern media, then that man will be given credit for saving the world, and the woman will be like, I'm so glad I went to all this effort. No, Ustam will die. That's the prophecy. Again, he got... Actually, yeah, well, if you ever get to see him with his shirt off, he's got this massive burn on his chest where he got a sword stabbed into it. It's very dramatic. You should talk swords sometimes.
Yes, no, we need to do that, I feel. Although, no, I've not seen him shirtless, but that's probably okay.
I mean, you've known him for a couple of hours. That would be a big move. You know, I mean, you've seen Etelis shirtless, but yeah.
Well, that seems to be Etelis's vibe, though. You know, like some people like feel like they need clothes, and some people don't. You know, clothes are sort of quite a mammalian thing, really. I mean, I like my jacket.
Your jacket is very stylish and very cool.
The rest of it is sort of just because so other people don't get upset.
Yeah, that's fair. And it does have pockets. Speaking of, Kida, if you just put your hand in one of those pockets and you pull out what's inside.
I didn't put this in the right place. Oh my gosh!
Oh my god!
What is this? Are these some official branded Phoenix dice?
Official branded Phoenix dice. Roll together. For when you want to roll that dice. There you go. It's the dice head. Seamless. I am very good at my job. Anyway, Kida, would you care to roll that dice?
But to what purpose?
Well, when you get a number and you tell me that number, I would like to point out I had to teach Etelis numbers last time. It will decide what room you're going to go in, and maybe it will be a puzzle. Maybe it will be a bunch of dwarves who want to hear a story. Who knows? Maybe there'll be a bear trap.
Okay. I mean, I out of those three, I'd prefer to hang out with the dwarves, but...
I don't think you've had a chance to meet dwarves yet, and that would be very exciting for you. oh, that's the point. You're getting the material forgotten. You're getting your friend's version of reality, you know, so there's all those monsters. The Archons making friendship with the animals. You're getting a whole new world, actually.
Oh. So what, there's no peacock rats?
There's one, which you're going to have to keep your eyes peeled for.
Lurking behind any corner.
It could be in any room. I'm going to make you make passive perception checks in it true.
Like, where's Wally?
Yeah.
And I rolled a 25.
A 25. That is a number.
It is a number.
That is a number. You're
I'm
right.
reliably informed it's a number.
Until it's very much not, and we just wipe it for 24, 26. Oh wait, 25. The white void you've been floating in all this time, slowly starts to form. In front of you appears a large wooden door and a stone arch. Above the stone arch is letters, words you cannot read, but are very good words. The door slowly, surely creaks open, revealing a long corridor, stone floor, blue torches in sconces along the way. And at the other end, about 30 feet down, you can see another wooden door. Kida, would you care to enter the labyrinth?
Okay, so... hello?
You shout down the corridor. You do not hear the squawk or the squeak of any kind of amalgamation animal. Seems the rat peacock is not watching you today.
Or is it?
Or is it?
What are the walls made out of?
The walls are... actually, I think you're the first person to have asked this. They are carved out of stone. This is obviously someone has dug into a mountain and has... I mean, the floor... Someone has obviously tried to, like, even out the floor, but it's a bit bumpy. And, yeah, so sort of... maybe it's sandstone, so maybe it's a bit wet as well. Or, as the folks like to say, moist.
Do the folks like to say
They
that?
blooming love it. They're like,
Okay.
ooh, any opportunity to say that horrible word.
Interesting. Kida will sort of, like, peer around and sort of, tentatively touch the walls. And not outwardly to the Poppet, but will just sort of, to herself, be like, it's like in the stories Dad used to tell.
Don't out Poppet to me, Nat.
And then start working her way down the corridor.
You come into my house. Anyway, yes, as it is very much reminiscent of the old story. Again, I assume Mulan would have very similar stories to the material plane, but yes, there probably is the tale of a labyrinth, and this seems to be the recreation. Winding corridors, torches, it's all very spooky.
Feels very, like, adventure-y. Oh, I should take one of the torches out of the sconces. That's what they do, right? Yeah.
You take a torch out of a sconce, and you see a little 1 appear. You've gained 1 XP.
Oh! Nice.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know if my arms are big enough to carry all these torches. What if I'm going to lift another torch?
You gain another experience point.
And I put it back.
It's there. You've got 2 experience points.
I'm going to pick up every torch.
Roll a d20.
8.
Are you opening the door at the end of the corridor?
Well, once I've picked up all of the torches...
I was going to say, because it would be as the door opens to reveal Kida holding 8 lit torches in their arms.
But she's put each one back.
Oh, you've now got 8.
Lift it up, put it back.
You've picked up.
I'm holding on to the original one.
You picked up. Okay, so Kida with 27 experience points and 1 torch walks into the room. Ahead of her is a figure in a yellow jacket holding a torch that turns around. It's Kida, but with a stick-on beard. Who's like, aha!
Go on, Tom, do the accent.
G'day. G'day, it's me, Kida.
Wow.
Wow, I apologise to... I'm not sure what I did there. The Poppet just is like... And it's like... All right, okay. I'm you, but I'm evil.
Oh.
So...
Okay.
Yeah.
How do I know that you're... Is it because of the...
Because of the beard, because only evil people...
Because we don't
Ow.
get to grow facial hair. Is that actually stuck on?
You managed to... It's spirit gummed, so you slowly start tugging at evil Kida, or... Evil... Keevil.
Keevil. Evil Knievel.
Evil Knievel. You pull at the face of Evil Knievel, who is holding a torch and also a helmet under one arm. That's right.
This is really interesting because, like, if it's no, but we can't do the hair thing, right?
I know. So that's what.
How is this stuck on? You need to tell me about that because I want to try a beard at some point.
I mean, is that what? Instead of finding me, do you just want to try on beards?
I mean, it's very interesting to meet you, and I'm sure we have plenty to chat about. But that's like the most distinct thing, and I just thought.
I mean, I think I'm supposed to challenge you to a fight to the death, but I'll tell you what.
Can we talk beards first?
Yeah, okay. Again, the Poppet in the corner with the tempers going, no, you won't talk beards. It's like, I mean, but I'm also interested how I managed to do this, because it's, you put it on me. It's like, I didn't put anything on you. You're just a bit, fine. You go have your little play date. Right, okay.
Sure. Yeah. Did you pick up all the torches as well? Because like there's like little numbers in the sky.
Oh yeah, I've got 28 experience points. Evil experience points. Yeah.
Oh, evil experience points.
Yeah.
What is evil experience?
Well, that's the thing. Like, you know how you can like give bardic inspiration.
Yeah.
I can give bardic criticism. It's like Vicious Mockery,
no.
but then you're like, you got disadvantage on your roll because I was mean to you.
You know what? Sometimes I think I should be more mean, and I really struggle with it. So what would you say?
I don't know why you're bothering. No one's going to remember you when you're dead. And then they're like, hey, that's horrible. I mean,
that is pretty horrible.
That's pretty, you'd think like if you're fighting and someone suddenly came out and was like, no one's going to remember you. You're like, I don't really feel like fighting anymore.
Yeah, but also, are you me? Are you like exactly me but evil?
What's your favourite colour?
Yellow.
I also like yellow. Evil Keevil is wearing a yellow, but there's a few like angry patches on it, Like,
just like,
yeah, pretty much.
Well, here's the problem with that though. Just saying like no one's going to remember you when you're dead. Like that's the worst thing to say you of all people know.
Which is why it's so, because I'm using the anger that I have in my heart to hurt others. I'm lashing out, and that's evil.
And how does it make you feel?
She starts sort of like shuffling her feet in the pop. It's like, fight! And like, not good. I mean, I've come from like an evil universe where sort of like all your friends are evil as well. So but we all hang out, but we're all like planning to stab each other. But
okay. I mean, I'm still not 100% decided on the people that I met today.
Again, they're well, my version.
Well, actually, that's a good point. Are they good in your universe? Because if they are, then I know not to trust them.
A long consideration as we flash to Evil Kida, where everyone else in beards are like, cool, we're here to conquer your universe. And Evil Kida's like, right. Flashes back. I mean, they want to blow things up, and they seem to like hurting people. So I guess they're good in your universe.
I don't know, they seem to like blowing things up in mine as well.
And they're doing a lot of like ripping people's souls out, and then like ha.
Yeah.
Which they're also doing in your universe.
Yeah. Well, this is complicated.
It is. It's really.
Ugh.
Evil Kida reaches into her pocket and hands you like a little thing of spirit gum, and then like right. So you put that on like that, and there's a selection of beards hanging up.
Selection.
On the wall.
Do you have to just stick them here, or can you like have like an elbow beard?
I mean, if you want to know, I mean, I've never seen an elbow beard. Looks over at the Poppet, who's just there going, no, Kidas. You don't, but you could put an elbow. You two go off. You put your beards on. I just.
Okay, well, where would you put a bit of false hair?
I mean, on the chin.
You've already got one.
I know, but like you can do sideburns. You could have moustaches. Yeah, you could put them on your chest if you're feeling particularly extravagant. You could put them in other areas, which I won't go into, but.
Look at my fine Merkin selection.
I would never say that word. As a Georgian gentleman on the internet, I've seen the Merkin, and the Tempest is getting undressed. This is not the sort of.
But do you want a beard, Tempest?
The Tempest would quite like to replace the stab hole, but anyway,
Kida will go to the selection, and she's going to try a little goatee around the elbow, and a curly mustache on the clavicle.
Roll me a sleight of hand.
17.
Have you put it on your elbow, on your jacket, or on your skin?
The jacket is cropped, so it's like skin.
Jubilee. Yes. No. So now you have a beautiful elbow goatee and a little over your clavicle, a lovely moustache. Evil Kida has put like 2 moustaches on as eyebrows. And
No, that's very good. That's a little fluffy. It's great.
I think I like it. It's. I mean, I've already got this one, so.
Have you got a quill?
Oh, yeah. Goes over, hands you a black feathered quill.
And we'll like put like little angry eyes just above the elbow, and like
angry eyebrows.
Okay, so we're both evil now.
Yeah.
Okay. What kind of evil deeds were you planning on doing with your day?
Oh well, I think mostly it was me fighting to the death with you. So, but
I mean, does it have to be to the death? Can we just have a play fight? Because actually, I think that would be really interesting. Like
Right.
seeing how you've learned to do stuff and how I've learned to do stuff.
There's a ding ding of a bell. Like, all right, folks. At long last, we have the fight between in the blue corner, well, yellowish corner, bluish yellow. Anyway, we've got Kida. Yay! There's cheering. And in the reddish yellowish corner, it's kind of pussy, but anyway, we have evil Kida. Evil Kida, sort of. Yeah. I don't like being the pussy one. You don't get a choice.
Wow,
Anyway,
that's rude.
fine.
Who lives here?
Fine. Good Kida. What colour do you want your opponent to be?
Well, what colour would you like to be?
Um,
I'm not sure. I'll take the label, but I'm not sure it's great to define as that way. You know?
fine. Do you want to take like a fighting name, like Kida the? I mean, she's the Tempest. You know. You want to be the something?
Now that's a lot of pressure to put on me. Like in immediately. Okay, let's go with the whirlwind.
In this corner, we have the whirlwind, and in this corner, we have the Kida sort of like looks at you and like well.
Oh, we could stick with the weather theme because you got the tempest,
Yeah.
the whirlwind, the oncoming storm.
In this corner, we have the whirlwind, and in this corner, we have the oncoming storm. Yeah. Right, okay, to the pain, I guess. No rules, evil fight, off you go.
No, because we said maybe not to the death, but let's just have fun, right?
Play fight. Play fight.
All right, great. Tag, you're it.
Would you like to just roll a luck check? I'll roll a luck check as well, and we'll just see how 2 frog lizards do at just hit each other with the blunts of their swords.
I mean, dog lizards, please, not frog lizards.
Oh, apologies.
Wow.
Wow. What did you get?
15.
I got a 13. So, the whirlwind and the oncoming storm fight back and forth. Again, they poke at each other. They slap each other. There's a little bit of wrestling. It's but eventually the whirlwind.
It's mostly now. Can I because
it's your character, yes.
Every time I've tried to fight with Kida, the one fight that we've had so far did not go actually so well. But theoretically, her style is very swashbuckly and like Princess Bride. There's a dagger, but it's mostly a short rapier. So there's a lot of like, Peter Pan style, ting 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 ting, and then like it's quite acrobatic. So little flips here and there, and jumping over swords, and like
things are sort of rising up at the ground, so it is that sort of thing. Like it escalates. So you're like, oh, we're going up some spiral stairs. Come, so you can fight up and fight out. It's very good.
Just yell to the Poppet, "Can we have some ropes?" Do a bit of rope
swing
swinging.
down. You swing across. I don't want to speak for you, but this is probably the most fun that Kida's had in quite a while.
It's a really lovely time.
Yeah, it's just the one thing they can't take away from you is you had an absolutely lovely time.
Yeah.
But eventually, you, with a particularly magnificent flourish, knock the sword from the oncoming storm's hands, and slowly I yield. You are the superior fighter.
Oh, don't be so hard on yourself. You were really good.
I also did a good job.
Yeah.
you both sort of bobble along.
There's a little like the chameleon like scales just sort of have a little like a pinkish flourish go across, like a happy little pink flourish.
It's mirrored in your opponent. There isn't that much difference, really, once you get down to it. And I think we're all learning something about evil here. The Poppet's like...
Why do you look so glum? That was a lovely time.
I mean, I did learn a lot about swordplay, and you did seem to have you've worked up a good... Well, I don't think you sweat, but you've got some energy out, and that's good. Well done. The oncoming storm. I hope that your your other version doesn't blow up your universe. That would be a shame. You won't remember this either. Oh, this isn't like a puppet, right? This is actual evil.
Actual real?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, before you go, come here, and we'll give a massive hug.
Yeah, you...
It was really nice to meet you.
It was nice to meet you too. No, I'm really glad I got to... it was very fun. And looks at the Poppet. No, you can't remember. I'll leave you with the memory that you had a really nice time, and that you'll have a memory that you had a sword fight and it was exciting. Okay.
Don't let yourself be defined by the evil label, okay?
The hug goes back in again. As the oncoming storm slowly sort of just turns into mist and disappears.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is every room like this? That was quite intense.
No, I mean there's some more sort of less physical, more mental or luck-based puzzles.
Oh, right.
And then you end up in the crystal. But anyway, so no, don't worry. Look, we've tried. I've talked to the others, and they're like, we're not building a giant dome, and I'm like, oh, I'll welcome them, you know. Anyway, before we go for the next door, because that one took quite a while, I just simply have to inform you that talking is indeed a free action. Wibbly wobble, wibbly wobble, wibbly wobble. People stop befriending my runes.
Sorry.
How about you fight? How about we just have a really lovely time and we hold hands? Stop.
I mean, that's D&D in general, right? Yeah. Like, sure, we want to fight, but also, how about we be friends?
It is the level we're at now, where we're just like, what if we were just chums?
What if we just had a nice little picnic?
The picnic episode will come one day, folks. We will just be like, and everyone just had a really lovely cup of tea. I'm rolling. That is a
like the they definitely Chris and the Roll Together team shared the artwork that G made, right?
Of the kissing or the picnic?
What?
What art are you getting sent?
What are you talking about?
Where all my characters are kissing, yeah. Did you not ask G for that?
I'm talking about the everyone goes to the retreat. Everyone goes to the Merc and Draw bar.
Yes, like the Christmas. Yeah, I think that. Yes, that did get released. But yes, we're just like.
Everyone just goes and has a lovely time and is scampering about Merc and Draw bog together, and it was so wholesome and wonderful.
Yeah. I just. One day we're just like, hey, Maybe we can see if we can get that turned into a poster. And we're just like, I put it on my wall. Well, what I rolled was a 40, which was, speaking of, which two characters from Roll Together do you ship the most?
You asked me that last time.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. This is not turning into a kissing stream. Nat has asked, it's like, why do you keep worrying about kissing? It's like, I don't know. No, I've asked you that one as well. This is the problem. We've talked too much, Nat. 66. I
We need
know.
to talk apart, Tom.
Yeah.
Too much talk together.
What's your favourite terrible joke?
Oh, the classic. What's brown and sticky?
Is it a stick?
It's poo, Tom. No, it is a stick. That one, that joke when I was in primary school won me an Easter egg as part of a jokes competition. They asked everyone to send in their terrible jokes. And I wish I could lay claim to it, but obviously it's a classic.
But sometimes to repeat the classics. Yes, that's the...
I am a big fan of this one really only works in person. But in knock knock.
Who's there?
Interrupting starfish.
Interrupting starfish who? Oh no, my face. I've been starrowed.
It's a great one for kids because they find it hilarious both doing it and being don't smack kids in the face, but just a hand to the face. It's very funny. Don't do it to random children on the street.
Face off. Don't do it on the bus either. People don't like it when you're like, hey, let me touch your kid's face with my bus hands.
Not recommended, no.
I am just prepared for the next time we meet in person where you're like, hey, I've got a joke. I'm like, oh, hey, no.
John, guess what?
It's time for the starfish.
Are you prepared? Wham.
It's much nicer than the ones where like, oh, you saw my hand move and now I'm going to punch you. It's like, I'm just very gently going to put my hand on your face. I know you're in the middle of a conversation with someone else. You're like, oh, that's really interesting. So you work in banking and, oh, okay, now this, starfished. Yes. Well, I'll ask you another one, the one at the top of it. What is your character's / your favourite snack?
Oh, okay. Well, Kida, we saw in the last episode. I really hope I've got my episode planning right because otherwise this talk together is going to have a lot of spoilers in it. But yeah, Kida had her cake that she was going to eat. I think it was carrot and ginger cake.
Yeah.
That you all came and she then forcibly had to share it. She was quite upset about, but too polite to not do it.
Also, your mum's there, and your mum's
also,
like, Kida.
Mum is there, being like, "Come on."
Yeah.
Props to Chris as well. We always do a little debrief after each episode, and I said to them after that episode, but props to them on air for basically just yes-anding when I said I want a giant family.
And here are all my uncles.
Yeah. I was sort of trying to keep it restrained, but also I wanted this idea of this big, ridiculous family all just sort of living on top of each other. And yes, they managed to cope with DMing. Yeah. Like, God, how many? There's like mum, dad, uncle, granny, 2 older siblings, 3 younger siblings. So it's like 9 NPCs in one small flat.
And as we said, talking about poppeting, it's like, hey, I've got a real big secret. Why don't you all have to come back and I'll have to confront it face. Also, the fact you're like, no, I'll just deal with this. And we just stood in the corridor. And then your mum's like, you left them in the corridor? Bring them in.
Yeah.
I do picture where we're just drinking tea and Kida's just like staring. You're like, Literally, I've known you for about 3 hours. And you're like, hey, what's your trauma?
I mean, look, if you'd made a better impression from the outset, if Asta hadn't been so keen on blowing things up, if, Etalus hadn't been all like, I know how to make dead people real dead, and Vuk wasn't wearing deathless armor then, and Uslam was there.
That's Islam, yeah.
That she might have told you, but it's corridor for you.
Yeah. When Cleo does come back, it'll be interesting if we could get like going, cool. You guys gonna get on? Where Cleo's just like, it's okay if you don't want to be friends with me. It makes sense. No one wants to be friends with me. Just like you hear the bang of Ustam's head, you're like, I like hugs. I'm not allowed to be touched because supposedly I've got healing skin. You're like, oh, interesting. Yeah.
What? Ustam has healing skin?
No, Cleo. Cleo's got Cleo.
the
Cleo's
magic.
got like the raw
Yeah.
touch that cures. Is it scrofula in our timeline? The king's disease was sort of like it's a swelling of the skin, and supposedly the king would touch it and the swelling would go down, and that for the Stuarts was the cure. So you've got this disease that the king touch you, and so then that was a problem during Oliver Cromwell. They were like, well, then how are we going to cure this disease if there's no king? Bits of interesting facts.
And then how does the king not get the disease?
Because he's protected by God, Nat.
Sorry.
The divine rights of
Yes,
kings.
true, yes.
Yeah. Honestly, someone's like, you think that King Charles III couldn't cure our diseases if he wanted to?
I don't think he's trying hard enough, to be fair.
No, I think, I think he should just once again be put in a big chair and we all line up and he can just put his hands in
Fine. Yeah.
Would you like to hear a joke? Interrupting starfish. There you go. Oh, thank you, Your Majesty.
I have been blessed, thank you. So Cleo can't have hugs?
Well, Cleo's got an issue with being touched, which has been quite interesting for me as a character because Ustam has like put his hands on her and she's kind of like, and then being
say it like that.
I don't know what you mean. This is not a kissing stream. Which has again been quite interesting. Like when I was having conversations with Cleo, and I say that I put my hand on her shoulder to calm down, and Rebecca like visibly flinches, and I was like, oh, Ustam, sir, you forget yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Or like,
a lady,
Ustam, I don't know, your weird little forest town. You're just going around putting your hands on people. No, sir. Go wash your hands.
I'm looking forward to hopefully meeting Cleo as well. Obviously, I am here to sort of be maternity cover for Rebecca, but yeah, I'm looking forward to the crossover as I scoot on out because I think it will be quite entertaining.
Fingers crossed. Hey chat, would you like that? And if you say no, we're going to ignore you.
Assuming Kida lives.
Yes, that's actually a good point. Yeah, really glad to have you back. Would love you to meet Kida, but once again, a very large bird picked her up and just gone.
Just flew away. She's very small. She's pick-upable.
I think next time I DM, I'm literally going to have a character just be carried off by a bird and just go, and that's the end of that issue.
And that NPC you didn't have time to care about, don't worry about it. Gone.
Just gone. Just up on the mountains now. Anyway.
So in short, to answer your question, carrot and ginger cake for Kida. And for me, I like a lot of snacks. Is a problem, sugar addiction. But I think the one that I will most likely hoof without completely realizing at all, dark chocolate digestives.
Solid. Yeah. No, I can agree with that. Those. Do you think
a staple basic snack? There are other snacks that are, I would argue, superior, but as a.
Do you think you prefer dark chocolate to milk or?
100%.
Yeah, same.
Why is it a question?
Yeah, need the bitterness.
Yeah.
And also, it's good for your heart, so you have to eat as many digestives as you can.
So they say.
So, who says that? The Poppet.
Good. Yeah. The one voice of authority in this group.
As we said, she's like, I just need a strong, clever woman to come in. Also a puppet. She was canonically 9 foot tall. So yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Which gives you the audience a proper sense of perspective as to how tall Tom really is as well.
Yeah. Everyone
That's the
thinks
thing. I wouldn't be able to starfish your face because I can't reach.
again. Everyone thinks I'm a little gentleman, but then slowly and surely I loom
You
up.
just keep
and
unfolding.
again, tall torso, long legs as well. Just keep going, and then it's that sort of. I honestly think anyone who's taller than me, I'm like, that seems uncomfortable. It's hard. It's hard being 6'2"-ish, and then that's great when someone's like, "Well, I'm 6'2", and then they come up to my chin, and I'm like, lies. I see what you're putting on your social media and your no. I'm not height shaming you, but lies. And they're like,
Just actively going. Who puts their height on social media?
well, or dating apps where you're like, hey, I'm
Right,
6
okay.
foot, so do you not put your height on social? Hi, I'm working on this, and I'm 5 foot, just yeah. Okay. This is a very focused episode.
Yes,
literally,
yeah.
we've just done one room.
Yeah.
So
the content that people have come here for, though. surely.
Absolutely.
Right?
I'm an acquired taste, folks. Don't worry. Someone else will be doing the next one. You can worry about that. One of the interns, maybe.
Don't put yourself down. Many people in our chat have acquired the taste of Tom.
It's
And
true.
that sounded weirder as I said it than intended.
What unfortunate thing to back to. So we're back in. Startling. Sorry, I just needed to have a talk to your higher being. That isn't a jellyfish. Interesting, as far as I know. Anyway.
Well, technically, it's a whale,
Oh yes, yeah. No, the yes, coal. The whales cry out for coal. Have you come across that yet? That's what they're singing.
What?
That's all like, yeah, whale song. Like you're trying to listen to when you're trying to get to sleep. Yeah, it's all.
Yeah?
It's all. Where's coal? Where have you gone? It's quite tragic, really.
That's awful.
I'm glad you're not going to remember this because I've just ruined Wales for you.
That's so sad. We should go and talk to them.
Well, again, your associate Atlas is able to talk to animals. I thought you were about to say we should go look for God, which is yes.
I mean, I feel like there's people who are on that are like, that's their pay grade. I'm just trying to live.
Oh,
you know?
I'm just trying to make a living.
Just trying to not get blown up.
Well, again, just good luck with that. Future endeavours and all that.
Don't say that as if you know things.
I know tons of things. Anyway, roll that dice. I promise I won't blow you up.
Okay. It's an 89.
89.
I don't trust that. The Tempest just gave me a weird look. No.
No, you shouldn't trust her. She's a difficult creature. Anyway, the door behind you opens up. You're back in the. Would you like to pick up 28?
Oh, yeah. Well, what does this get me at the end? Do I get like a special prize, like a chocolate coin or something?
Yes.
Great.
You'll get a chocolate coin. I was also going to offer you a reskin where you could change the color of your coat, but
What? No, I like this one.
yeah, it says it's strong. It's egg yellow. Yes, it's very strong. Anyway, the door. He's so. What is with him? Why? What's this energy, the Poppet? Are you jealous of the coat? Do you want a lovely yellow coat? Anyway.
You've got some fabulous purple robes.
Robes. A scarf which keeps my head on.
What?
So I lost a hand and a head. It's not important. Anyway, so you reaching for the scarf?
Yes.
You tug it, and just very softly, the Poppet takes your wrist and just moves it back. It's like,
Okay. Sorry.
that's all right. You're curious.
Sorry. Not everyone likes being touched. I appreciate that, but it's just interesting.
Very slow. Actually, that's the thing. As you reach up, the door opens. You go and reach his hand. There's just like a blast of wind, and you get sunshine. you roll, and then you just have a moment going as sand out of your mouth. You're out. Probably, yeah. First time you've probably ever been in a desert.
Yeah.
Again, your dad told you stories of adventurers crossing the deserts and the wild things that are seen out there in the night. But it's midday, sun is high, it's hot, you've got sand everywhere. Looking at sort of like up ahead of you, there is a pedestal, and again, you probably. I tell you what, roll a history check.
Okay. Oh, that is a natural one. +2.
It's not terrible. There is certainly something sitting on that pedestal. It's again sort of like it looks a bit cat-like. It's sitting like a cat, with sort of like on its paws, sort of looking down at you, and then it's like, "Are you all right?"
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm doing okay. How are you doing? You all right?
Can't complain. Been sitting on this pedestal in the sun, having a nap. It's not too bad.
Seems nice.
Yeah. I'm supposed to ask you some questions. Well, one question, or I eat you. So.
Oh wow. Okay. Do you? Is it a case of if I answer the question at all, I'm fine, or do I have to answer it correctly for you to not eat me?
I mean, if you could give me a clever answer, I probably would appreciate that.
Oh, okay. What if I give you a fun answer instead of a clever answer?
Well, I've never really been one for whimsy, but, I'm willing to change. I am mercurial in that way.
Okay. Well, whimsy is a good proportion of my personality, so sorry.
That's all right. I'm going to ask you the question now, if that's all right.
Please, go ahead. I'm curious.
The cat-like creature sort of stretches and like, what is always old and sometimes new, never sad, sometimes blue, never empty but sometimes full, never pushes, always pulls.
Okay, so this is interesting out of character, because obviously I, Nat, know the answer to this. I'm trying to figure out whether Chris has talked about the astronomy of
That's a very
world
interesting question.
fracture at all.
Now, that's also a fascinating fact, because you're an outsider to all of this. So it's a bit like when someone else did, like, there's a picture of, like, the traditional riddle of the Sphinx, and like, I don't know, some sort of Pokemon, and then the Sphinx goes, that's a good point, that probably is, yeah, no, just... You're just like, is it me? Like, why? Like, I don't have to give you a reason, it's me.
I like pushing and pulling.
I like pushing and...
And I am sometimes blue, see?
I'm always old.
I'm older than I was yesterday.
Yep. No, I'm older than... I was about to say, you don't have hair. I'm older than my teeth. You're like, you've got a point there, tiny creature. I am sometimes new, as in I get a new jacket. Yeah.
Oh, and I shed as well. New skin.
Yeah. just like, and a shed. I've got a shed.
What? No, as in like...
Shed, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean...
You've not known Kida long enough to experience that yet, but I've got that in my back pocket.
Do you want this? No, Kida. Why would I want that?
It's my skin.
You just say no.
Anyway, does the world of fracture have planetary celestial bodies and rotation in the same way that everyone else is supposed to?
It doesn't currently have an ocean. I think we've had the thing where we worked out the ocean is still on the ground and the whales took to the sky. I mean, Chris has never said that there isn't celestial bodies. I mean, if you want to give a fun answer and see if the creature will take a fun answer.
Can you read me the riddle again?
Of course. What is always old and sometimes new, never sad, sometimes blue, never empty but sometimes full, never pushes, always pulls?
You know what? I'm gonna stick to my guns and I'm gonna say, is it me?
I beg your pardon?
Well, like, look, and she will turn blue.
Yeah.
And you know, I try real hard not to be sad a lot, and you know, I don't like to think I'm a very pushy person, but you know, I've been known to pull every now and again. And
The eyebrow goes up on the Sphinx and goes down again.
And like the mysterious higher being said a moment ago that I definitely didn't hear, you know, I am older than I was yesterday, but quite regularly I am new. Like this claw, like this fell out a couple of years ago and has regrown. That's pretty new.
Leans in. And you are always being fed, correct? You're never going hungry.
I mean, like, but okay, so hungry and empty are two different things.
Are you emotionally empty?
I have lots of emotions.
So you're not empty in that way.
No. And to be fair, no, you are right. I have been hungry before, but like never to the point where I've, you know, not been able to carry on because I've not eaten. Ulan's got plenty of food, and I'm well taken care of because of Bud.
You can see the creature, like, mentally is, like, scanning a list and is like, I'll accept it.
Is that not the right answer, though?
No.
Oh, what is it?
It's the moon. Do you know what the moon is, child?
I don't know. I'm going to roll a history check to see if the moon exists. That's a 9. I don't know what that means.
We flash back to Kida 2 weeks ago, looking up and going, what is that?
Oh my gosh!
When did... I would love if when the students arrive, they're like, you also brought the moon with you. Meanwhile, on the surface where there's ocean, like someone's just sitting there quietly and watches it starts moving. They're like, oh no, tide. Tell brother Ezekiel it's finally happened. The tide has returned. You with a 9 again.
If a moon exists, she would know what the moon is,
yes.
But who knows?
Yes.
Christmas.
It's always weird when you make your characters accidentally stupid in a way. That to have now established that Kida does not know what the moon is.
If there is a moon, she would know what the moon is. I was rolling to see if there was a moon.
No, Nat. She doesn't know what the moon is. She looks at, I literally look at her and I'm like, ugh.
It's the big floating bread in the sky.
Well, you know, Kida, it's made of cheese. Cheese, you say? One day I shall get to the moon and I shall have the cheese.
But I thought it was, you know, it's like round, like a flatbread.
I like that as the sort of the story. We're like, yes, and then, you know, Cole didn't finish their starter and just threw it in there and that became the moon.
Yeah.
Giant whale-sized flatbreads.
Whales don't eat bread, but okay.
This one does.
This one does.
I'm sure whales would eat bread if they could. But anyway, weirdly, we seem to have diverted ourselves. I don't know how. The creature just sort of like goes, you know what? I will accept it. Yes. Well done. It you. Congratulations.
It me.
It you.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Taps its paw. The pedestal, a small door slides open. Like, there you go. Congratulations, young one. You didn't get consumed.
Okay, are you all right though? Are you gonna go hungry?
No. Nods over your shoulder where the Poppet is just sort of like going, there is a moon. She's seen the moon. No, that one feeds me, and then we'll probably send like a foolish adventurer along. I don't want. Appreciate the concern though, but
Okay. What was your name?
My name is Tom.
I know my name.
My name is Arthur.
Arthur. All right. Well, nice to meet you, Arthur.
Nice to meet you, young one.
Hope you don't eat too many people because they don't know what the moon is.
And also with you. Points to the puppet. Not you though. Like, I eat the right number of people.
You eat people?
as the wind blasts you through the door again. Let's look at the. You think adventurous, Nat?
Sure. Let's be adventurous.
Roll one final dice as we go into the third room.
36.
This is actually quite funny. You land, you skid into an empty room, and the puppet's just sort of looking around and is like, so you have glitched through the system. There isn't actually anything in this room. If you... a stool sort of slides up and he just sort of sits there across his arm. If you just hypothetically, if you were designing like a puzzle room for people, what would you put in this room?
You want me to design an adventure?
Yes.
Wait, does it is it okay if it's dangerous and then if people get it wrong they don't die, but it looks like they might?
Yes, that's the general. No one has ever died inside of these dungeons. We usually scoop them before they. Well,
you could have told me that before.
Well, again, there was the fun, the risk. Like
you said it was a fight to the death.
Well, I would have let you die, and then you would have come back. You know, I mean, you of all people know what it's like when your soul doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, but that's a bad thing. That's not something I want to happen away from my family.
You won't. I was gonna. You go back to your previous state. I mean, Cleo nearly died here, and for reasons known to myself, decided to save her. You haven't met Cleo. She's a ride. She's a thrill.
Okay.
So yes.
Okay, so people are going to be okay. Okay.
People will be okay. But you know, sort of like if you want to give them the moment of, oh no, I feel the life go out of my body, and then they get tiffered, then we can work with that.
Okay, I feel like there's got to be what's going to be perilous. Okay, so there's got to be like rocks, but high in the air, and below there's going to be like the maelstrom, and oh gosh, I need my notebook. Hang on, because there's words that I've forgotten that I should know, and Kida would know.
Moon, Nat, moon.
The moon.
Could you provide me the moon?
What's it? It's not the maelstrom. What's it called? On the ground.
What?
Where all the dragons are.
The not the terror. Not the territory.
Not the patera.
Not the patera.
I had it written somewhere. I knew all these things.
I mean, if you want to call it the maelstrom, I can put in a terrible storm.
Sure, let's not make it exactly the same as where Kida grew up, because otherwise, you know, that's revealing too much about her. Maybe. Oh no.
You just hear a voice going, "Why are you in the air, child?" As it just gets wiped away. Like, no, we're not putting the dragons in.
No, it's not dragons, but there's still rocks, and there is a terrible storm below, and you got to make your way across the rocks, and then sometimes there's rocks swinging from the sides, so you got to stop and wait for them to swing, and then there's going to be let's see, they've got to be creatures with claws and wings and claws on the wings, and eyes. Many eyes, and they're gonna come and swoop down, and you've got to fight them off. And then there's gonna be a magical, like a magical loaf of bread that you've got to collect. And it's at the end of all the rocks. You got to make it across, and then when you get there should be like. Do you eat the magical bread yourself and gain all of the powers? Or do you share the bread amongst everyone and no one gets powers but everyone has bread?
Is that your plan?
I think so.
Excellent. Test run. Boom! The sound of a storm. There's crashing rocks. But near you, associates are like, "Don't do it, Kida! We couldn't possibly make it across the rocks!" Just screaming, wailing, rocks flying everywhere. What do you do?
I'm gonna jump across the rocks.
Amazing. Make a dexterity saving roll.
Saving? Do I not make an
Okay, make a
acrobatics
dex
check?
roll, and then let's see if a rock hits you.
Okay, well, I mean, it was a terrible dice roll. Acrobatics would be a 10.
10. Okay, you leap. The rock comes. You feel it collide. You land. Oh, Kida, you're not wearing boots, but your arms are in the air. Now make a dexterity saving roll.
Okay, dexterity saving throw.
Kida, no, the bread.
Oh, that's even worse. That's a 7 total.
Yes, you fall back into the storm. You're falling. The Poppet's just floating beside you. It's like,
This is terrible. Is this what it's like to fall off Ulan?
Yes, unless you land in the jellyfish and then just get turned into a dream. Do you want to...
Wait, what?
Yeah, no.
Become a dream if you jump into the...
Just sort of gently tapping your ears, like, I'm so glad you're going to forget this. But I will. Now I've got an idea. I will put this to the others and see if they approve of the terrifying storm room. There's someone who helps check on these rooms and then occasionally goes, I don't know what this means, or no one cares about the Watchman question. Anyway, so
I don't know who that person is, but she sounds like a real killjoy.
I don't know who she is, but she sounds like a cool kid who's really good at roller skating. Like, yeah, she's really good at roller skating. Because that's what cool kids do. That was weird that you said that, Nat. Wow.
I don't roller skate.
I don't know. Oh, hi, my name's Nat. I'm really good with swords, which is really cool. Well, why don't you learn how to roller skate and fight?
I'm sorry, I can't live up to your expectations, Tom.
Don't worry. Don't worry. We still love you. You're like, how much do you roller skate? I'm like, that is very much beside the point. I'm not. People's expectations of me are so low. Anyway, Kida, you are once again scooped. Actually, no, even better. As you fall, eventually things just go white, and you gently sort of like hover there in the void.
Did I fail?
Well, it shows that it's a challenging room. So you succeeded in making a good room.
Okay, it sounded really like fun and adventurous when I said it out loud, but maybe I'm not cut out to be an adventurer.
Oh, for the name of woof! as you hover, you're teetering, you push forwards. Right, make another dexterity roll.
What, another one?
Yes.
Saving throw or roll?
Roll.
Okay, well, plus acrobatics then.
Plus acrobatics.
Is an 18.
Perfect. Kida leaps, does a beautiful monk-style run across the wall. Lands next to your feet. Your associates on the other side are like, Kida, you must make a choice with the magical bread. Take the power or save the world.
No, but I fell off. That's cheating.
We didn't see that. We were all looking at our shoes.
No, don't patronise. Look, Poppet, where are you? Don't patronise me.
You got saved by the divine rights of the gods. You're the chosen one.
I'm not. Don't be ridiculous.
We also don't know how to roller skate. Shut up. Anyway.
Well, this is ridiculous. Talking is a free action.
Wow. So Kida doesn't want to be the chosen one.
What is the chosen one in our lore?
I guess you're one of the Archons, or...
She's not an Archon. She's a dog lizard.
No, you're not. Are you sure? Have you checked? Have you asked Chris? What's the moon?
What is the moon?
What is the moon? As we roll.
I don't think we've got that much time left. So.
No, we don't. So we're going to do this really quickly. That's don't ask her the band question. She doesn't know. What's your character's ideal date?
Oh wow. Okay, Kida's. I feel like that's not a quick question.
What's the one lie your character tells themselves?
Everything's fine.
There you go. You happy with that?
I think she's very chatty and tactile. I think food would be involved. Going to do something adventurous would be involved. Like, she'd like an activity date, I think.
For some reason, you're like, not rock climbing. I don't want to fall. You're like, oh, don't you now, Kida?
Well, rock climbing she's fine with because she's got a climb speed because she's a lizard.
You do, yeah.
So that would be like, well, this is just normal life. So
I'm just scuttling.
Yeah, this is fine. I mean, Usam and Cleo's date was pretty sweet. It was very Aladdin.
Yeah. I'm glad I got a natural 20. I've got a nat 1. It's just like, well, you tried. Mm-hmm. You've blocked off that ending.
It's a natural 20, and yet it was still that awkward.
Yeah. If when Rebecca comes back, I guess Usam's got to say he likes Cleo. I don't know.
Words need to be said.
Yeah. Take on the roofs again. I don't know. What do princesses like? Roofs?
No, they canonically usually don't like walls or buildings that they have to stay in.
I will tell her that I am a pauper and I can show her the world. Yes, that will work.
Have you ever been to a market?
Actually, yes. No, I bought everything for everyone. Yeah. You're like, you know how you only like me for my money? It's like, anyway, yeah, that sounds sweet. I think Kida. I was going to say Kida sounds like a good date. I think Kida would be adventurous.
It'd be a fun old time.
Yeah. We have established Kida has got a really good understanding of the city and be like, right, we need to go to this place. And, we don't go here. It's going to be busy, but there's a nice noodle shop. Yeah.
Or if we're going to go to these two places, we go to that one first, because actually it gets crowded at 5 p.m. when all of these people come out. And, she would know all of the little ins and outs, the best spots.
Oh. Fine, okay, you don't do the bread challenge. We're sorry. This is your fault. Anyway, the entire building, the entire storm just quietens. We float back into the white void. Hold on. Put something into your hand. It is a chocolate coin.
But I didn't earn it.
Oh,
no, I did, because it was the torches and I got all the experience.
You got all the experience points, and also you managed to think of a new answer for the Sphinx, and you also designed me a room, which was shown was difficult, and then you also got honesty points for not taking the... Again, you see the eyes are slightly moving, like, for not just taking the easy out, which makes you an adventurer.
Really?
Yes, you are officially now an adventurer. At least in this realm. See what happens when you get back to your new associates. But,
okay, but I can't tell them any of that because they won't know.
Because it's a secret.
But also I won't remember.
I mean, I could leave you with the memory of you are an adventurer. And, well, this is the problem. Usually I'd say, you could have a dream of storms, but all your dreams came to the ground.
What's a dream? But like I can't own a dream. It's like
it's a thing. It's like a image. or nightmare. Sort of. Yours is a very interesting.
I don't want a nightmare either.
No, you don't want to be like Uslam. No.
He owns a nightmare.
Oh, Uslam is owned by a nightmare. You're not going to remember.
Owned by a nightmare.
Oh
what?
yeah, no, he's got a nightmare.
Oh no, I feel like we need to dig into this.
So, thank you very much for watching. Talking is a free action. As we see, Kida is literally clambering up. You find us every Friday here at 6 to 7 p.m. BST, and on Mondays you will find it might be Fracture at 6 to 9 p.m. It might be one of our new seasons. I think we're on to Josh at the moment. Supposedly that's and that you
Murderous
are
Symphony.
You're in that adventure, I believe.
I am. It should be starting on next Monday.
Next Monday. Are there frills? Are there chills? Hope there are no spills. What's it like?
I think there are spills actually.
No.
And there are chills, and there are. I think it said feels rather than thrills to start with. There are definitely feels.
I will take some feels. Oh yes, big moods. I believe yes.
There are some big moods and investigating, and it's all sort of darky, neverwintery, gothicy. No one's quite a good person apart from Scarlett's character, who is just so wholesome and wonderful and lovely. I look forward to that. It's great.
It's a good time. One wholesome character, one allowed. Anyway, so it's either that or it's Fracture, where no one is wholesome. We're all, apart from Etelis. Etelis is the only pure.
Kida's trying.
Kida has the darkness and is coming into the light and is, trying to make everything better for everyone. Uslam slowly sinks and Asta will get ultimate power. And poor Buck. Having talked about like the evil version, evil stuff. I even like evil Kida was not that. You're like, yeah. I think that's the thing Kida can take away. There's the pureness to you that you cannot be corrupted. Anyway, if you do want to watch that, twitch.tv/rolltogetherrpg. The VODs are available immediately after. We're also on the YouTubes, and you can find us doing the podcast. Now, big thank you to the D20 Club on Patreon. If you want to support us, we couldn't do it without you. That's one of your local currency /goats. Please send goats to Nat, because goat, or to the new baby, because every family needs a goat. Kida, as I slowly try and pull you to just get there is a bit of a scuffle as you are full of questions. Any last thing you want to say to the folks before I send you home and you forget all about this?
Record it. Record this and tell the world. Tell the world.
Yeah. Boom! As Kida is blasted head over. This is the second time I've blasted one of Nat's characters through the portal at the end.
It's like, get out!
Get out! And again, as Kida, for the second time in her day, is fastball specialed across the room and out through a portal, you see the door closing behind you and the portal slowly shutting, but above the door is written some beautiful words to live by. Simply put, the Question Master Creed: always stay classy at the table. Oh, good night.